Welcome back to our realm of luxury and genius opulence. As we promised you in the last video, today we are going to decipher the luxury car collection owned by King Abdullah of Jordan. King Abdullah would not sell his car collection for $1 billion, even though it is worth about $120 million. Why? Because he is a gearhead, but mainly because most of his car collection is a legacy that he inherited from his father, who was an avid collector of rare cars. Even top international car enthusiasts admit that King Abdullah owns far too many cars that are quite enviable, and almost his entire collection is rare, unique, and unparalleled. For King Abdullah, these cars are an important and crucial part of Jordan's royal family history. Behind each car, including one that was made in 1909, there is a story. Additionally, King Abdullah is one hell of a race driver and was the Jordanian champion in rallies in 1986 and 1988. He still owns the well-maintained Opel Mantra rally car he used in these rally races. Yep, in addition to being a commando who trained commandos, a member of the British Armed Forces, a huge Star Trek fan, and a military helicopter pilot, he is also a car racer with some scary talents and knows his way around the tracks. So without further ado, let's take a look at King Abdullah's stunning car collection of rare one-of-a-kind classics and recent model exotics beasts. As we said earlier, for the royal family of Jordan, there are about 120 cars that tell their story since before the inception of modern Jordan. And of course, because they are royals and filthy rich, they also own quite a modern expensive collection too. In 2003, King Abdullah established the Royal Automobile Museum in Amman. It is described by car enthusiasts as a truly unique collection of rare cars that cannot be seen anywhere else in the world. 20 cars also are rotated in and out of the museum to keep people and guests guessing. And of course, every now and then the king adds a new gorgeous rare trophy to the mesmerizing collection. The importance of many of these cars lies not only in their historic value as classics, but also in the man who drove them and the history they were a part of, which is why they are imprinted in the mind of so many Jordanians when they think back to the late King Hussein. From one look at the cars scattered in the opulent museum, one will notice the monarch's focus was not only on the car's external appearances, but also on the performance and quality of a car. There are also many more legendary cars in the collection, like the Porsche 959, Lamborghini Espada, BMW N1 Coupe, and Ferrari F40. There's even the small English Mini. And like his father, King Abdullah loves motorcycles and still occasionally rides Italian and English motorcycles during his holidays, especially Harley-Davidson. Some of these motorbikes, including rare vintage ones, are displayed in the museum. Some of the pretty impressive vehicles at the museum include an armored World War I Rolls-Royce and a string of custom-made cars, which the monarch used when showing famous guests around his country, including the Sand Rover, a special Range Rover with a landaulet roof for when the Queen of England visited the famous ruins of Petra. Other cars include a BMW N1, which was the first mid-engine vehicle the German brand made, as well as the first M car in the lineup. The N1 was styled by Giorgetto Giugiaro and built in Italy, with final assembly and inspection occurring in Germany. Only 453 units were ever produced, with many of them being in private collections. The Mercedes McLaren SLR is a stunning road beast that is a result of cooperation between the German giant Mercedes and the small British supercar maker McLaren. Only 2,000 units of this beauty were made. The king's brother Hamza often takes it for a ride. The Aston Martin DB5 is one of the most famous cars on the planet due to its roles in the James Bond movie franchise. The DB5 was manufactured between 1963 and 1965, with just 1025 units produced. Like father like son, King Abdullah loves this car. After all, he is a commando and would feel like Agent 007, zipping through the streets in this majestic beauty. According to insiders, he used it to impress Rania, who later became his wife and Queen of Jordan. The Porsche Carrera GT was the first car designed, engineered, and built by the special Porsche GT division. It was and still is a brilliant supercar with an aspirated V10, which produced about 600 horsepower. The Carrera GT is one of King Abdullah's favorites. He was often seen blasting around the wide streets of Oman with the roof down. The Bugatti Veyron is one of the most important cars in the automotive world, beating the McLaren F1's production car speed record and rewriting what it meant to go fast. It has the first iteration of the Chiron's 8.0-liter quad-turbo V16, producing the magical 1,000 horsepower. The Aston Martin DB2 spills luxury. It was the second iteration of the famous DB series of sports and GT cars. It was manufactured between 1950 and 1953 and featured a 2.6-liter straight-six manufactured by La Gonda, Aston Martin's luxury side. Only a handful of these beauties are known to be around, and the other owners like King Abdullah are not selling even for a few $1,000,000. The Mercedes-Benz 600 Grosser was the German brand's biggest and most luxurious limousine model, usually owned by captains of industry, leaders of countries, and royalty. The one owned by King Abdullah is armored. The Rolls-Royce Phantom 4 was produced between 1950 and 1956, with only 18 units ever made, making it one of the rarest cars on the planet. The Phantom 4 was the pinnacle of luxury and cost an incredible $300,000 in 1954. Many international visitors go to the Royal Museum just to have a selfie with this truly unique rare gem. The Amphicar was a West German car manufactured by the Quant Group between 1960 and 1966. It was a waterproof convertible that could float and be driven like a small boat. The Amphicar was powered by a 1.2-liter inline-4, powering both the wheels and the propellers at the back. According to the Royal Automobile Museum, the king would often drive his Amphicar along the Aqaba coast when he had guests. He would drive around and explain something before veering off the road and into the water, scaring his guests. The car would float, and he would nonchalantly continue touring the coastline. The 1949 Buick Roadmaster convertible is one of the most gorgeous cars of the 1940s due to its abundance of chrome, soft leather, and amazing styling. It was also the car that the king decided would be the official ceremonial vehicle for the Jordanian royal family to this day. The Roadmaster in the museum is painted in a dark red color with a cream leather interior. It has the same white wall tires and chrome hubcaps that the original vehicle had. It is a true blast from the past, and even though it was made in the 1940s, it is so well maintained, one would think it rolled off the factory floor just yesterday. King Abdullah owns not one, but 12 Mercedes-AMG GT 2020. You won't see these road monsters in the museum, since he has them distributed across his palaces and secret villas. Even Queen Rania and his children were seen zipping through the streets of Amman in these stunning speed rage machines that showcase wealth and luxury in the form of a roaring engine and impeccable sleek design. Created by AMG, which is the in-house luxury speed shop of Mercedes, the 2020 Mercedes-AMG is the luxury brand's answer to the Porsche 911. The two-seat sports cars are offered as a coupe or soft-top roadster and serve as the halo sports cars to the Mercedes-AMG lineup. Gorgeously curvaceous and brutally quick, with 0 to 60 miles per hour in less than 3.5 seconds. All are powered by a thunderous turbocharged V8 with considerable might. All of the King's AMGs are semi-armored and coated with ultra-dark black paint that makes them look like terrifying machines. The royal security teams use an entourage of BMW M8 Grand Coupe, a stunning car with a mind-bending acceleration from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2.5 seconds. Of course, the guards have to be faster than the precious royalties they protect. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and hit the notification button to get updates on our latest videos that cover the hard-to-track and elusive luxury, net worth, and business issues associated with our beloved, rather secretive celebrities.